Hello, everybody. In today's video, I don't really mean to get political here. Well, actually, I kind of do since it's literally the title of the video. But anyway, why 2028 will be a very interesting year for USA politics. Why? For a couple major reasons. One, it will be another election year, meaning that the US is still around. And whatever is the problem of that time, they'll have to figure it out then. And then, once that's over, that election is over. Or actually, what am I? No. Yeah, the election will be in 2028. Never mind. For a second there, though, I'm thinking of a different number. Anyway. I tell you something right now. It's getting complicated. It's getting hard. There are a lot of anti-ICE protests I don't particularly like since I'm a chud. You know? They're like, oh, they're trying to like spam the word chud at you, like chud, 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 chud. You know? Like that's what they be doing. They be spamming that. Constantly, all the time. All the frickin' time. Why? Because they think you're gonna have no response to it. But people are adapting. And by the time you're in the 2028 election, people have had enough time to adapt to the word chud. Because nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens, bozos. And if you're watching this in the future, let me know how that election turned out. But it's probably going to be a Democrat who's going to be president. I don't know about vice president, but president. Because nobody really, you know what I noticed? Nobody seems to pay attention to vice presidents unless they become a president. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, you guys. I think it's probably going to be a Democrat, but if it is a Republican, probably going to be J.D. Vance. I'm going to be honest. Democrat, Republican, even maybe third party. Somehow I feel like J.D. Vance is probably going to be the next president, regardless of what party he's on at that point, because there are just so many memes of this guy. There are just so many memes. Like, his existence literally is a meme within itself. He's a meme within a meme. Within a meme. It's like a spectrum. And on top of that, being in a leap year, being in a controversial time, and also, guess what? People born in 2010 will be able to vote. So for the first time ever, people born in the 2010s will be able to vote by that time. That's how much time will pass. But they'll probably say that about some other decade, I guess. Let's see. It gets really hard. It gets really great. You have all those Americans. But it would be kind of funny if the biggest cultural relevancy or the biggest thing that makes everybody get their vote specifically from the 2010, like if you were born in the year 2010 AD, it'd be funny if they won that vote, whoever wins that vote, is somebody who won it because of like Skippity Toilet or something. Like that would be funny. And then like, I don't know, Asmongold becomes president by like Asmongold for 2040. Asmongold for 2040. Okay? That's 2040 AD. Okay? That's who I'm voting for if I do vote. No, I don't vote. But Asmongold is the exception. Okay? He's the one guy that I would probably vote for if he ever decided to run for president. And if Asmongold, if you're watching this, just remember, you can start a country whenever you want. You don't have to go by the rules. You can just make your own country whenever you want. All you have to do is have a land, have a name, have a flag, have laws and rules, and have a population. Once you have those things settled, and you're self-sovereign and self-governing, in other words, you get to make the laws and you get to control what laws go in place within your own kingdom, let's say, or country and nation. Okay? Bada bing, bada boom. Truth nuke on the way. Truth nuke. Truth nuke. You can just do that at any time. That's why there's so many countries in the world, because people just especially in very rural parts of the world, they'll just start a country. People won't even think about it. They'll just start a country, and then that becomes a movement, and then 100 years later, all of a sudden, they're fully independent, they're fully self-sovereign, fully self-governing. It's whatever. But you might go, but I don't have 100 years. Da, 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 da. Shh. 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 That doesn't mean you have to pay those taxes anymore. Doesn't mean you have to listen to those Somalians anymore. Okay, Asmongold? But it's whatever, It's not the end of the world. At least not to my knowledge. But let me know what you think of the 2028 election. If you, American election for USA President. United States of America President. So yeah, if you're somebody who's an expert on this, who knows a lot about it, go comment down below, or make a video about it or something, I don't know. But regardless, it's gonna be complicated. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know how it's gonna be, But my guess is it's probably gonna be somebody on the younger side. Probably not gonna be somebody who's like an old henge, because people are getting tired of that. I don't know if this next president will be from the United States, but my guess is that they most likely will. I don't know who it will be. I don't know what, but I know it's not Donald Trump, because he's already doing his last term, So it's up to him what he decides, who he thinks might be the next president. I don't know. Not a guarantee. Could be J.D. Vance. Could be somebody else. Could be somebody that is already in office, but never got into office till then. You know what I mean? But still, if you want to have a woman as president, I would say have the biggest, the most, the one people are gonna most vote for on Republican, Democrat, and the biggest third party. Those three groups. Let them, their biggest voting, popular person, all be women. Once they're women in I don't know, maybe their late 30s, I suppose, then just see who wins out of that election. And then once you do that, bada bing, bada boom, you have yourself a female president. And then probably a female vice president, but I don't know. Anyway, I am out of here, and just remember, stay ugly.